Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Good.
All right. You know, I was initially planning on talking about work ethics and education and all that, how these topics tie to TEDx's central theme of LEAP for this year. But I decided not to because, well, let's be honest here, talking about work in a TEDx theme is not a very interesting thing to do. I'll not talk about something really, really random, yet also slightly entertaining and maybe even inspirational. Something about monkey bars. Something like this. Who here, by a show of hands, has ever played on a monkey bar before? Right, okay. So I think most of us here are quite well known and acquainted with the entire concept of monkey bars. You see one whenever you go to a playground or a school or any of the sorts. Monkey bars, along with other playground activities, are very interesting because there's some sort of an obstacle challenge. You have a clear destination point, but in order to get to that destination point, you have to pass through several labor-intensive and strenuous tasks. And even then, if you do get to that destination, you don't really get any rewards other than a simple feeling of contentment. Speaking of monkey bars, I'd like to share a short story. It was back when I was in 6th grade. That was when I was living in Vancouver, Canada. I was hanging out with my friends on the monkey bars in the playground during recess when I suddenly had an impulse to simply test how far I can jump. To be specific, I always was able to jump to the 3rd monkey bar, but never the 4th one. So that 4th monkey bar was always some sort of a treasure that I deeply coveted, but never actually got. So on that day, I vowed to myself to never go home until I make it to that 4th monkey bar, dead or alive. So finally, it was my turn on the monkey bars. So I got up to the monkey bars with determination, bent my ankles, flexed my legs, and with a huge jump, I leaped into the air. But the thing is, as you can see, I wasn't really that big when I was in 6th grade, right? My legs and arms were not that long, and also the monkey bars were quite high, so I guess we can all expect what happened. My hand slightly grazed the 4th monkey bar, slipped, and made me fall to the ground back first. Now, at that moment, I was completely winded. I was having so many thousands of thoughts inside my head, and I thought for a few seconds that I may, in fact, die because of suffocation. But thankfully, and obviously, that didn't happen. And after a few moments, I was able to get up and calm myself from the terrifying experience. And then, for some reason, I did the same exact thing again. I got up, I climbed the monkey bars, and I jumped the same exact fashion, even though I knew that it hurt so much and it was so painful just the minute before. And then I fell, and then I got winded again. Now here's the remarkable part. During the second jump, not only did I have a better understanding of what I did wrong, but the fall in general also felt less awful and aching than the first one. I was less winded, and I also knew what to do to increase my chances of making it to that 4th monkey bar the next time. I was making adjustments to my future actions from my past mistakes of experiences, all without me even noticing that I'm doing it. It was some sort of like a leap of faith where the more I jumped, the less I felt scared, and the more I felt prepared. Now, I don't exactly remember how many more attempts I made that day, but what I do remember is that I ultimately didn't make that jump to that 4th monkey bar. And the feeling of exhilaration and pure joy and bliss that I felt at that moment is still something that I deeply cherish to this day. Now, I believe that this story is analogous to many of the opportunities that we're given in our lifetime. After all, to a certain extent, all of our actions have some sort of a risk, or there is a possibility of things going worse and us finding ourselves in a bad position. But also a chance of us gaining something when events go uphill and goes well. These can be very evident in very obvious fields, such as gambling or stocks, but can also be a little bit more hidden and subtle, like asking someone out, or even studying for the SATs. In these situations, we have two simple options: to take the risk and bear the consequences, or don't. And trust me when I say this, that being the very survival-oriented, safety-prioritizing species of animals that we all are, humans, our brain will try the best it can do to make you choose the latter and not take that risk. To hide in a corner and away from the golden chance of an opportunity that's been given to you. A very sad thing to do, really. But today, after hearing this speech, I want everyone in this room to forcefully fight against that feeling and take that opportunity, even if every nerve of your instinct fight against it and scream in terror and fear. Not only are you going to regret not taking that opportunity in the future, but even if you do fail, it's not necessarily a bad ending if you've learned from your mistakes and became a better person. Helen Keller, a renowned author and lecturer known for her representation of the handicapped community in American society, once said that life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Nothing. I truthfully wish that everyone in this room will choose that life of a daring adventure, filled with many opportunities and many successes, but also many failures. Because that, in my opinion, is what life should be all about. Thank you.